Hello and welcome, my dear scale modelers, to my small hobby YouTube channel. My name is Tomo, and today we're going to be taking a look at more MiniArt stuff. A couple of days ago, I was looking at my YouTube channel, more specifically the analytics portion of the YouTube, where I see which videos get more views and likes and comments, etc, etc. And I saw that you guys really liked the video of Tamiya's Little Men and the one that I did with the MiniArt's miscellaneous items and dioramas. Those got pretty much a lot of attention, especially from my American viewers, so thanks y'all! So in the spirit of pleasing my audience, I've decided to do another one of these videos. So MiniArt. As you well know, we do sell quite a lot of MiniArt stuff at our store, and I have the privilege to show you guys the latest kits that we get. Today's pickings is kind of random. I kind of took all the latest MiniArt stuff that I could find on the shelf. So we got this little tool set, we got the construction set here, we got some road signs, we got some guys on the Tram station, we got this thing, the Soviet one. Also in this video, you will see that MiniArt does make some errors, especially when it comes to packaging. In particular, this thing. It's a little surprise box. All the kits that we're going to be reviewing today are 2019 release. Some came earlier, some came later, like this Tram and the tool set and stuff. Apart from these two are actually, so the German civilians and the Soviet villagers. These two are older. I think they're 2017 if I'm not mistaken, and it shows even on the plastic. The plastic on these two particular kits is a little bit more flexible, a little bit softer, as opposed to all these kits which have much harder, much more quality field plastic. Maybe they even use a different type of mold or technology to do this, but it shows the improvement between, let's say, this and this is significant. This is much better made than this.
Okay, my friend, but just like any other video, what about the money?
Okay, the money. Well, the price point on all these things varies depending on the portion of the world you're in. On today's video, you'll actually be able to see the price stickers that I put on the individual boxes as I was putting them on the shelves. So something like this will cost around 12 euros, 12 and a half. This is what like 21. This is like 19. The European barn is like 23. This is 22 euros. So it's really kind of similar. This little tram, see, this little tram is what, 54. But you get a lot of stuff for that money. It is a little bit more expensive, but you also get a lot of photo edge parts that make the whole thing more realistic.
Oh, so that is better then.
Quite true, sir.
Behold, here we have some MiniArt stuff, the 2019 release kits. Apart from these two here, these are actually 2017, I believe, and some of them are just reboxed versions, but I just threw them here because those are the things that we got in the shop. Anyway, all these things that you see here, of course, are 2019 release, and this is the German gas station, construction set, garage workshop, along with the tool set. We got some Soviet road signs. We got the Soviet tram cart here on the back. See the X series. This is basically this. It's very similar to the one that I reviewed in the previous video. And then we have the last German train staff, 1930 to 1940. So the way we're gonna tackle this is we're gonna take a look at the smaller boxes down here first. Maybe start with the tool set and then the workshop, and then take a look at the civilians, and maybe the last thing that we're gonna take a look at is the European barn down there. So let's get cracking. Okay, the first thing would be the tool set. As you can see from the box art here, you got various tools here, from picks, axes, saws, blades, torches, lamps, toolboxes, etc, etc. It's a really very hefty little tool set. And you get the little descriptions on the back as well, so let's just take a look. Right, so in this little bag come all these little parts, and I can tell you guys that MiniArt does not disappoint here. As you can see from the close-up shots, they are absolutely pristine, molded to perfection with nice long attachments for the sprue ends. You can see the vices clearly laid out. You can see all the axe and hammers, and this is an anvil here and clamps, as well as the more finer details such as little pliers here, these little pliers. See how delicate and very nice, and spanners and stuff. Wow. I'll show you these two guys too. See, these are all the little details here you can assemble together and really make a garage layout work. Very fantastic. We got the shovel and the oil can, and we got the shovels here again. Really good. And this is the last sprue, which has a spade here. And of course we got some clear parts. This is basically just for the lamp. And here inside this little envelope, there are photo etch parts for the saws. See, it's crazy. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. This is just phenomenal stuff. So here we have the 2017 release or rebox of civilian figures, some Soviet and German civilians. There are, well, basically the boxes really are very big compared to the actual sprues inside, but you get a general idea what kind of figures you can get, and it's a nice layout of the figures. In each case you get what, here you have like 6 figures, here you have a little less, but nevertheless all the figures are really cool. So let's take a look at those, shall we? Here we can see the German civilians, and look at that. See how little actually of the thing you actually get compared to the box size. So I don't know why this is so big. And we will start with the 2 sprues. So these 2 sprues, they contain basically everything that you see on the box art. So if I take it closer, you'll see what we have here. Okay, so first of all, the plastic is much more flexible, less rigid than the tool set, and it feels a little bit different. It feels a little soft compared to the one prior. But the detail on the figure is really good. Look at that. The creases in the trousers, the boots, the hands. Yes, there is a little bit, well, there is quite a lot of flash on all the little pieces, so there is some tidying up to be done, but it is pretty good. I mean, look at that. Even the belts and the pockets and the helmet and the expression on the faces especially is really good on MiniArt figures. Tamiya's are not as well done as these. Look at that. They're really good. And you have the ear here. This is just crazy. Look at that. An actual human ear. Wow. So look at that. Head. There's basically just carnage everywhere. Feet, legs, torsos. And then the other one where the lady, look at her expression. And the blouse, her legs. It's like a scene from a Psycho. A cane. Wow, look at that. Yeah, flash is not that great, but okay. It's good. These are the Soviet villagers, and again, this is the same type of plastic. We have quite good attachment points, so you can snip it off quite easily. And there's the same problem with a little flash, although on this particular one, it is a little bit better than on the previous one. But there's still some, nastiness happening somewhere along. But we have, the clear torsos and bodies and feet and legs and boots and stuff. Here's the other sprue containing all the little ligaments, as you can say. It's pretty good. Even the little woman face, it's really nicely detailed. Look at that. It's clearly marked out, so you can really paint and use shadows and make the figure come alive. Here's the newest edition of figures, the German train station staff, 1930s-40s. And I'm wondering if the plastic here is a little bit better than on the previous one. So let's take a look, shall we? Well, there's a bigger bag and there's lots more inside, so let's take a look. Okay, just off the bat I can tell you that this is much better than the previous two boxes of figures, simply because the plastic feels much more solid, much stiffer, and it feels more quality than the one they used previously. Maybe it's a different type of consistency, I don't know, but it is pretty good. Here we can see clearly the briefcases, suitcases of the passengers. These two sprues have all those little things here. See the little handbags and stuff. Then we have the trolley, the dolly or whatever you call it, to transport the suitcases along with the wheels and all that. Here we have, oh, very delicate pieces. I don't want to break any. See? And as you can see, they are absolutely pristine. There is just absolutely no crap or flash anywhere. Look at that. The German helmets and the equipment, support equipment with the spades on the sides. These might actually be the Hitler Youth knives. Holy crap. Yeah. Oh, we've seen this again. And then we have, of course, the figures themselves. And look at that. If I take it close, you can see that the quality is much better. See? The definition and the resolution, I believe, it's much better. The attachment points are not that good. Here you can see on the legs here, you'll have to sand out a little bit, and by God, you probably shouldn't sand too much because otherwise you're gonna ruin the detail, but it's considerably better. Considerably better, I must say. Look at that, in the expression on the faces. Perfect. Alright, so we have the Soviet road signs. This should be a very quick one. We see that you have various signs of places in the Soviet Union. As you can see, in the little bag you get the decals on the white background. These are actual decals, they are not stickers. And they go on the planks on the back. I'm not going to take them out from the bag because basically they repeat themselves over and over again, and you can see the detail right from the bag here. You have nice little wood grain texture on the back sides, and where the decal goes is nice and smooth. Some of these things you've already seen on the previous video where I've shown you other miscellaneous items from MiniArt, so basically that's the same. The plastic and the quality is basically the same. The attachment points on all those little fine details is nice and big, so you can come with the snippers, clear it out and just put it on, but that's basically it for the signs. So this is the construction set, and here is the garage workshop, which we're gonna take a look at simultaneously. Some of the items do repeat themselves, such as, you know, the tool sets and the anvils and stuff, but some of the things, of course, are new, well, more enhanced, because you have the whole bench and the racks and stuff, and the oil and the compressor. And here we just have some bricks and ladders and stuff. So let's take a look at these and see what's inside. So in the construction set, you get quite a lot of stuff. You're definitely not gonna be disappointed. So there's a lot of miscellaneous items here. They're just bunched up together and tied on with the elastic straps. So let's take a look at them quickly, shall we? We got a bunch of bricks. We got just a bunch of bricks here. You can see them very clearly here. On both sides, they're identical, and these are like probably the more tedious things to put together, because these are like tracks on a tank where you have to just loads and loads of these to take care of. And then of course we have the other bricks, which are basically made into a wall, or actually not, a stack of bricks. You can see tops and side portions where you can just make a little pile of bricks and weather them nicely making them all realistic. The panel lines are nice and deep, so you can really go to town with shading. And the qualities of the plastic itself is pretty fantastic. And of course we got the wheel for the wheelbarrow and some work, the wheelbarrow sides and the frame. We've got some timber, and this looks like timber. We got 2 of these. We've got ladders and boxes and all sorts of stuff here. It's pretty good. The little buckets. Every time you see this little envelope, it means that there are photo etch parts, and let me guess, there might be some saws inside or something. Yeah, look at that, saw blades. And they're pretty cool. Very shiny. Very good saw. So we got a lot of stuff here. So we have some, well, fuel barrels or oil barrels. 2 of these. We got some. So these are the tools for the bench. I don't recognize all of them, but I think this is the drill. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we got some. Oh, these are the shelves. Yeah, you get some shelves. You got loads of these. And we got the bench here, and the elastic that just breaks apart. We got the drawers in the bench workspace, and of course the smaller tools that we've already seen in the tool set. And these are the compressor components that you see on the picture. Pretty cool, isn't it? Very highly detailed, nice plastic, no flash, just great stuff. And much like the other stuff, you get the photo etch parts, which are the saws here. I can show it again, but these are the photo edge that you get with this little kit. So you got the saws, some spanners, and I think the assembly for the toolbox. And of course, here we have some oil cans and stuff, and with some posters for the shop. So we got some decals for that as well, and it's pretty cool. So in this box you get, again, a bag of stuff tied down with some straps. You got lots more decals than on the previous ones. That's because this is a gas station. And you get some clear parts because you have some gas pumps. But other than that, the rest is pretty much the same, like all the other kits. There's some basic tools here and some drums and stuff. So let's just quickly fly over the more interesting bits of this kit. Okay, so the more interesting part of this fuel station are the fuel pumps, and here they are. You can see the outer shell of the fuel pump and the mechanism that makes up the fuel pump. And just like with all the other sprues, it's pretty good, man. It's really good. Other stuff kind of repeats themselves, like this little oil cans and stuff, like, you know, these little oil cans. And what else? We have some shelves, just like on the garage side. It's pretty good. And we've got the other sprues here, which are basically the oil canisters, the fuel canisters, as you may say, or something like that. I'm not gonna take it apart because basically it's the same stuff that we've already seen, just repeats themselves. So here we have another fuel pump here as well. The other stuff. Okay, so we have some clear parts. Like I said, these are for the fuel pumps themselves. I don't really need to take them out from the bags because it's just clear parts. But as you can see from the clear parts, they're pretty clear. You can see right through very nicely. You can see the Shell logo as well as the signs. You got the gauges for the pump. You can see gasoline or gas. You got Shell and all kinds of logos here. Well, basically just Shell. I guess it's the Shell pump station. But yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Okay. And would you know it? You also get photo edge. This time we got some parts that go on the fuel pump. These are the long rods are the fuel pump stuff, and these I believe are handles for the canteens. Pretty cool. The last thing that we're gonna take a look at is this European barn building that's been released this year. It's a very simple design, basically just a barn, basically just a box that represents a barn. That's basically it. You can see the dimensions here. It's 170 long, 135 high, and 140 width. So yeah, let's just take a look at this bad boy. When we open the box, we're greeted with plastic, as you might expect. It's just like the previous kits that we've reviewed here on the channel. We got some doors and some window shades and the base, and of course the building itself that you have to cut out from the big plastic, and of course some instruction sheets that tell you how the thing goes together. Actually, this is not totally correct. This is kind of wrong. Wait a minute. You know what, guys? I've just realized something. This is actually not a barn, which is kind of interesting. I guess MiniArt made a little mistake when they packed the box. This is some sort of other building. This is not a barn at all. This part, I was looking at the instructions here, and okay, you got this little screw, so this is the one here. See this one? This is the fence and the doors. But we're missing quite a lot of stuff actually. We're missing this, and we're missing this. The building. We're missing the whole damn building. So that's a little strange. And this doesn't look anything like the barn. To be honest, this is something from a different sprue, from a different box. So I guess we're not going to be reviewing the barn today. Oh well, but you know, that's an unfortunate thing. So back to me again.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are ending this video. Thank you for watching if you have been. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please click on that bell icon so that you get the notification every time I upload, which is actually every week, more or less. But for now, goodbye and see you in the next one.